The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Andrew Rogers here for the Eagles Sports Network with Carson-Newman women's soccer coach Simon Duffy. It's preseason time. That means preseason polls, preseason all South Atlantic Conference teams. Best time of the year. Picked fourth this year. How do you kind of analyze that based off last year?
Yeah, I think fair enough. You know, we finished the regular season in third and lose to Wingate in the first round. So, I think that's fine. But again, it's for us to go out now and prove how good we are. And we have 12 new players that have come in, and we're trying to get them integrated into the system and get them gelled with the team. So far, so good. So, we're looking forward to it.
How can you use that as motivation to know you were one of the top teams last year? You hosted a quarterfinal match, but to get to that 1 or 2 spot where there is such a competitive group at the top there.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the likes of Catawba, you look like the likes of Lenore Ryan, and, you know, they finished 1 and 2. Yeah, it's Limestone and Wingate, I believe, in the final of the conference tournament last year. So, look, that's the top 6, you know, our league is such a tough league. We're just hopeful that we can start conference play when we do against Anderson strong. We messed up on the road against Anderson last year, and they were a good side and they had a really good season. So for us, it's important continue to build relationships on the field. 3 preseason games are important, not for the aspect of winning or losing, but how we're wanting to play and in the phases of the game, in possession, out of possession. So that's the biggest thing for us right now.
Plenty of highlights from last year, a 7-game winning streak, longest since 2018, before the end of the year there in the early exit. But plenty of returning faces that know what happened and allowed and put forth that success along with a bunch of newcomers. What have you seen in the preseason that you like so far and you want the team to continue to improve upon off last year?
Yeah, you hit something there. Last year we hit a speed bump right at the end. We had a bit of a sickness that went through the camp against Tusculum last game of the season. We got them back for the Wingate game, but by no means at full strength, unfortunately. So we got a peak at the right time. But I think the returning players now understand the importance, and believe me, they remember that. We finished 9th in the region, and I dare say a win against the Tusculum at the end of the season and a result against Wingate, and now we're looking at going to the national tournament. So we want to make sure that we're in the mix. Our conference is getting stronger and stronger, and even the bottom teams are really, really stepping up. So it's going to be a tough league again this year. It's been improving every year since I got here. So we just need to make sure that the new players coming in are learning from our returners, from those 13 players, what's expected, the way we want to represent ourselves. We talk about this week team culture, team identity. So that's something we'll continue to build on, and will do so over the next days, weeks, and months.
You touched on the league in general a couple questions ago, but it's really good. Catawba, Lenore Ryan receive all the first place votes. They're 1 and 2, Wingate's 3, and only one of those teams made the South Atlantic Conference Championship game, so there's a lot of depth behind you guys in 4. What does that say about the conference as a whole and how important league play will be this year?
Yeah, I think from top to bottom, league play is going to be so important. So we try and do our non-conference ballot that we're testing ourselves, and I'm hopeful that's going to pay off dividends. That's once we start off conference play, we want to make sure that it's where we want to be and where we finish, you know, because we want to finish strong, but the importance of the first game against Anderson is going to be vital for us as well.
Coach, enjoy the rest of the preseason and best of luck this year.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Andrew.
That's Simon Duffy. I'm Andrew Rogers for the Eagles Sports Network.